This woman finds her perfect doppelganger and then unalives her. Her name is Sheriban, and she's 25 years old, living in Germany as a beautician. And on the surface, everything seems normal, but behind closed doors, things are completely falling apart. She's got a failed marriage, family drama, and a new boyfriend named Shakir who's about to help her do something seriously insane. Because instead of dealing with her problems like a normal human being, Sheriban decides that the only logical solution is to just disappear. Like vanish completely and start a whole new life somewhere else where nobody knows who she is. But here's the thing, you can't just disappear. I mean, there are cameras everywhere, digital footprints following you around, and people who will notice that you're gone unless you're dead. And that's when Sheriban's like, I have an idea. I'm going to fake my own death. But not just any death, she needs it to be believable, which means she needs an actual body. But this is where things get really dark, because Sheriban realizes that she needs to find someone who looks exactly like her so that when people find the body, they'll immediately think it's her. But I'm sure you're probably sitting there wondering, where do you even find your own doppelganger? Like, where do you shop for that? Well, Sheriban figured it out, and the answer is Instagram. So she creates a fake account and starts scrolling through German beauty influencers, searching for someone with her exact face, her build, her hair, everything. And after what I assume was days of creepy stalking, she actually finds her perfect match. Her name is Khadija, and I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but she's this gorgeous beauty vlogger, and when I tell you they look identical, I mean it. Like, side by side, you genuinely cannot tell them apart. Okay, maybe I'm dragging it a bit, but you still get the point. So now Sheriban has her target locked in, but she still got another problem. How exactly do you lure someone to their death without seeming suspicious? Well, Sheriban comes up with a solution for that as well. She creates another fake account, this time pretending to be connected to some famous rapper. And so she slides into Khadija's DMs, all friendly, and she offers her this amazing opportunity to be in a music video. And Khadija's excited at first because, I mean, who wouldn't be? This could be a huge opportunity for her career, but something in her gut was screaming that this feels like a scam. So Khadija actually decides to verify this whole thing before agreeing to anything. So she messages the rapper directly and she asks him, hey, is this legit? Am I being offered to be in a music video for you? And the rapper responds like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. This is completely fake. So Khadija declines the offer and blocks the account. So now crisis averted, right? She just dodged a literal bullet. Except Sheriban isn't the type to give up that easily because she is fully committed to this insane plan. So 2 days later, she tries again with a completely new approach and a brand new fake account. This time she pretends to be some high-end salon offering Khadija cosmetic treatments in exchange for a simple Instagram post about their services. And this actually sounds totally legit because influencers collabs like this happen pretty often in the beauty world. So Khadija, thinking this is just a normal business opportunity, agrees to it, and they set up an appointment for August 16th, 2022. And so that afternoon, Sheriban and her boyfriend Shakir pull up to Khadija's apartment building to pick her up for this fake appointment. And at first, everything seemed completely fine and normal. They're chatting, there's music playing, everyone is just vibing. Khadija's probably thinking, wow, these are really nice salon people. But she has absolutely no idea that she is sitting in a car with two people who are literally about to murder her. Like, that is actually terrifying. And I'm sure at this point, Khadija's alarm bells are going off like, hi, exactly where are we going? I thought this was a salon appointment. But they probably make up some random excuse to keep her calm, like, oh yeah, the salon just moved to another location out here, or whatever lies they come up with. So deep in the woods, far away from anyone who could hear anything, Shakir finally stops the car, and they tell Khadija that she needs to step outside just for a second. But the moment she steps out of that car, bam, they attack her from behind. They strike her so hard that she immediately falls to the ground. And then while she's lying there, probably screaming and terrified, they pull out knives and start stabbing her over and over again, 56 times to be exact. They stabbed her so many times that her face became completely unrecognizable, which I guess was part of their sick plan because it would be harder to spot the difference if there was no face to look at. But here's where their plan gets even more calculated and disgusting. So after they finish, they pick up Khadija's body, they load it into the back of their car, and they drive to this really quiet residential area that happens to be near Sheriban's house. She pulls out her phone and texts her parents, who just so happen to be driving into town that day to visit her, and she tells them that she's meeting up with her ex-husband to talk. Then she sends them the exact location of where she is, but it's actually the spot that they had left the car at with Khadija's body inside. Because I'm guessing Sheriban wanted everyone to think that her ex-husband did this to her, that they got into some huge fight and he snapped and unalived her. So later that evening, her poor parents arrive at the location that their daughter had texted them, and as expected, they find the car sitting there, and when they look inside, there is a body that looks exactly like their daughter, and they're absolutely devastated. Like, their world just shattered. So they immediately call the police in a panic. And so when police officers arrive at the scene and examine the body, they obviously believe it. They're fully convinced that this is Sheriban lying dead in that car. So for an entire day, their completely deranged plan actually works perfectly. Everyone genuinely thinks that Sheriban is dead. I mean, her family is mourning and is already planning her funeral. Meanwhile, she's probably out here hiding somewhere thinking that she's some kind of criminal mastermind who just pulled off the perfect crime. Until the next day rolls around and the autopsy results come back from the medical examiner. These investigators are reading through the report and they see something that makes absolutely zero sense. The DNA doesn't match Sheriban's records at all. And when it finally clicks to them, they realize this isn't Sheriban's body, it's someone else's entirely. And suddenly this light bulb is going off in their head and they realize Sheriban literally orchestrated her own fake death by finding and murdering someone who looks exactly like her, aka Khadija. So police immediately issue a warrant for her arrest and they start searching for both her and Shakir. But thankfully we're dealing with two low IQ individuals, so it didn't take long at all. Both of them were caught and arrested and sent to prison for the rest of their lives. Anyways, that is all I have for today. Love yourself, and if you don't, I will. Mwah, group hug.